So today you're going to be learning how to graph what is called a step function. And it's going to look literally like steps. That's why it gets its name step function. I'm going to do the first two examples with you, then you're going to try the last one on your own. So number one, the table below lists the total cost for parking for a period of time on a street in Albany, New York. The total cost is for any length of time, up to and including the hours parked. For example, parking for up to and including 1 hour costs $1.25, and parking for 3.5 hours would cost $5.75. Graph the step function that represents the cost of the number of hours parked. So explaining the table a little bit more, hours parked, if you park for anywhere between 0 and 1 hour, you are charged $1.25. So anything from 1 second to exactly 1 hour, 60 minutes, is going to be $1.25. As soon as you pass that 60-minute mark, 60 minutes and 2 seconds, now you're going to be charged the 2-hour price at $2.50. As soon as you pass the 2-hour mark, you're going to be charged the 3-hour price at $4. As soon as you pass the 3-hour mark, you're going to be charged the 4-hour price for $5.75. As soon as you pass the 4-hour mark, you're going to be charged the 5-hour mark at $7.75. And lastly, as soon as you pass that 5-hour mark, you're going to be charged the 6-hour price at $10. So let's go ahead and graph this. Now, when you're graphing a step function, it literally looks like steps, but on each end, you're either going to have a closed circle or an open circle, like an inequality. Remember, closed circles are when it's equal, open circles are when it's not equal. So we start out with 0 hours. So 0 hours doesn't cost you any money, but as soon as you pass that 0-hour mark and you're parked for a second, you are charged $1.25. So we go to 0 and $1.25, which would be between 1 and 150. And place an open circle. And then we draw our first step all the way over to 1 and end it with a closed circle. So that first line tells us that anything between 0 and 1, not equal to 0, but equal to 1, is going to be charged $1.25 for parking. Now we jump up to $2.50. Place another open circle, because at 1 hour, you're charged the $1.25. But as soon as you pass 1 hour, you're at 1 hour and 1 second, you're going to be charged $2.50 all the way over to the 2-hour mark. Closed circle. Now we jump up to $4. Open circle at the 2-hour mark, because 2 hours doesn't cost $4, but anything over 2 hours but less than 3 hours is going to be charged $4. End with a closed circle at the 3-hour mark. Then we jump up to $5.75. Open circle, because 3 hours doesn't cost $5.75, but anything greater than 3 hours but less than 4 hours will. Less than or equal to 4 hours. Then we jump up to $7.75. Open circle, because again, 4 hours doesn't cost that $7.75, but as soon as we pass the 4-hour mark, anything greater than 4 but equal to 5 will charge $7.75. And lastly, we jump up to the $10 mark, open circle, all the way over to the 6-hour mark. So if you're parked for 4.5 hours, you're going to be charged $7.75. If you're parked for 1 hour and a quarter or 1 hour and 15 minutes, you're going to be charged $2.50, and so on. So this graph can be used to help you see how you would be charged. So then underneath it asks, well, how does the cost to park change over the 6-hour period? So if you look at this, we can kind of think about slope in a way. $1.25 to $2.50 is increasing by $1.25. So it looks like it's doubling. Then $2.50 to $4 is increasing by $1.50. Then 4 to 5.75 is increasing by $1.75. 5.75 to 7.75 is increasing by $2. And 7.75 to $10 is increasing by $2.25. So you can see here that each hour interval is 25 cents more than the previous hour interval. So if you were charged 2 hours, you would think, well, so I shouldn't even say it that way. 25 cents more than the difference between the 2 hours. So just doing this alone proves or shows the difference here. So it's increasing by 25 cents, $1.25 each for each hour, and then an additional 25 cents for every hour after. So the first hour increases by $1.25. Second hour, it increases by 25 cents more than $1.25. Third hour increases by 25 cents more than $1.50, and so on. So showing that and being able to show the differences there would be important. All right, let's take a look at number 2. Okay, so in this case, cell phone companies charge by the minute, not by the second. A cell phone company charges 45 cents per minute or any fraction thereof exceeding the number of minutes allotted on each plan. Draw a graph that represents the situation. So again, a cell phone company charges 45 cents per minute or any fraction thereof exceeding the number of minutes allotted on the plan. Okay, so this is similar to the last one. If you're on the phone for 25 seconds, you're going to be charged for a minute. If you're on the phone for a minute and 15 seconds, you're going to be charged for 2 minutes, and so on. So we can start by setting up our graph. We know that it's in 45-cent intervals, so we could do 45, 90, 135, I'm increasing by 45 each time, 180, 225, and 270, then 315, and 360. Then on the bottom, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so again, each minute, up to and including a minute, is charged at that 45-cent rate. So 0 minutes obviously is not going to cause us anything at all, but as soon as we pass that 0-minute mark, we're at a second, we're being charged 45 cents, up to and including the first minute. Then we jump up to 90 cents, up to and including the second minute. Then we jump up to $1.35, up to and including the third minute. Then we jump up to $1.80, up to and including the fourth minute. Then we jump up to $2.25, up to and including the fifth minute, and so on, following the pattern. So now it's obvious that 7.5 minutes would cost you $3.60. Okay, so you're on your own for number 3, and the exit tickets, I'll be around to help you out.